In this one, I'm the customer, not the cashier. This took place on May 24th, 2015. I was shopping at the grocery store that I used to work at. Not the same store, but the same brand, different store. Hi, I'm the cashier and I'm like 40 years old, at least. Hi, how are you today? Good, how are you? Good. Do you have your rewards card? I do. Here it is. Thank you. Beep. Scans my card, scans every item in my order, and says, okay, your total is going to be $15.32. I only have $12 in my bank account. So, I start fishing through my wallet looking for some cash. Yay, I have found $5 coins. So I hand her the $5 coins and say, I'll put the rest on my card. For those of you not in America, this is what I'm talking about. Takes my dollar coins, looks at them, and then says, I can't take these. Oh, why? Because this isn't real money. You need to give me real money. Oh, that is real money. It's dollar coins. They're each $1. I can't take these. These are definitely not real. Oh, they're real. I promise they are real. Doesn't say anything else to me. Just looks at me like I am a crazy person, as if I've just handed her Monopoly money, leans over and pushes the button on the light that makes it blink so that the manager knows to come over to the register. Me, a person who doesn't understand that sometimes silence is necessary, yapping, going, I promise it's real money. I swear I wouldn't give you fake money. That would be ridiculous. That would be insane. I used to be a cashier. Also, I used to actually work at this same store, not this store, but another store. Stares at me like I'm a criminal. Manager comes over. Hello, cashier. What is the problem? She gave me these. Okay. You can just put it in as cash. This is not real money. Why would I put it in the register? What do you mean? That's definitely real money. I have never seen anything like this before in my whole life. Okay, well, it's real, so you can just go ahead and put it in as cash. Cashier clearly does not believe her manager, turns and looks at me and says, why do you even have these? Oh, I work at a bank and someone gave them as a deposit the other day and I thought they were so cool, so I traded a $5 bill for them and I've just been hanging on to them, but I'm poor now, so I need to pay with them. I've never seen anything like these, like ever in my whole life. What a special day this must be for you. Then turns to manager again. So what, I just bring this in as cash even though it's not cash? It is cash. So yes, put it in as cash. But it's a coin. It's not cash. A nickel is also a coin, but that goes in the register as cash. Do you need me to do it? No, I can do it. I've never seen anything like this before in my whole life. Like, I've never seen anything like this before, ever. Okay, so if you would ask me an hour ago, what is a dollar coin? I would say, America doesn't have those, so I don't know. I pull up the Wikipedia page on my phone. Actually, same thing I just showed you a minute ago. I pull this up and I show it to her and I say, it is a dollar coin. I promise I am not lying to you. Finally, she tenders my damn dollar coins. I put in my card to pay for the rest of my order. She doesn't say a single word to me the rest of the transaction. She hated me due to my coins. And I never forgot that. Thank you so much. When I was in college, my laptop got hacked one day, and I wanted to tell you that tale because it's so funny. This was when I was in college for the second time. I've been to college 3 times. I've dropped out all 3 times. That is a different story for another day. But anyway, so all through high school, I had the same, and college round number 1, I had the same laptop for like 10 plus years. And then one day it fucking died and I was so mad. But I was in school, so I needed another laptop in order to, like complete my courses. So I did what anyone would do. And I used my financial aid money to buy myself a new computer at the school bookstore. I walked my ass down to the bookstore and said, hello, I need a new laptop. I picked out like the second cheapest one. It was like $200. I think it was like an HP. I don't know. It was obviously not a Mac or anything, which is important. So I bring my laptop home. It's fine for like 6 months. One day I get home from work and I go to open the laptop. I hit the on button, which, usually turns it on. This time it did not. It was black screen and I'm like, fuck, this thing has shit the bed again. No, because after like a couple minutes of sitting there at a black screen, I'm hitting the button. I know it's not dead, but I'm thinking like, I'm gonna go get the charger in a second. Hello pops up on the screen. White letters, hello, disappears. I go, what the fuck? I've never seen that before. You know when you buy like a new phone and it goes like, hello, ciao, like what, and it gives you all the different languages of hello. It was not that. It was a different vibe, very ominous feeling. It goes, hello disappears. It goes, thank you for waiting. That disappears. It's like, there's some changes being made. Disappears. Should only be a few minutes. It only takes a little bit of time. Just the grammar, it wasn't exactly what I just said, but the grammar was weird. The grammar was strange, and it just kept going and going and going. It was never the same words. It wasn't like, we're doing an update, or like updating with the like bar, It was very bizarre. It's like, just a few more things. Please don't worry too much. We're working on it. This is totally normal. Everything's everything. I'm just sitting there now imagining people, like someone just sitting there typing those things to me, like watching me through my camera. Cause, by the way, the entire time I'm doing this, I have this sinking gut feeling that I'm being watched. Like I can't shake it. Like I can't shake it. It's just that gut feeling you get when someone is watching you. Finally, the words are done. Whoever's gotten tired, they're done. And you know how when you start up a like PC, it gives you the option to either log in as like admin or whatever your username is, and those are your options and you choose one. I got a new screen that I'd never seen before, and it was a Microsoft login screen. Mind you, I don't even know if I have a Microsoft login screen. This is not, I've had this computer now for 6 months. I've never been asked to Microsoft log in. But that wasn't the only thing, and this is hard to explain, but you know how on a laptop, the pixels that make up the color on the screen extend all the way to the edge of the physical laptop that's in front of you? Like there's no gap on the screen before the screen starts. Do you know what I'm saying? My screen had shrunken. So like the color and the pixels no longer reached the outside edge of the laptop screen. It was very small, and my mouse was very big for some reason. And it was giving me a Microsoft login screen. And that's when I had the thought of, oh my God, I have watched so much Kitboga. I know that the scammers use Microsoft as like one of their main scamming things. They call up and they say they're from Microsoft, whatever. So I'm like, oh my God, hold on, my tinglers are tingling. I might be high all the time, but I know this. So I panic. I just shut the laptop down. I just hit the power button. I hold it. I go, what the fuck? I close it. I sit there, I wait till the fan stops fanning. It sounds like it's not taking off like an airplane anymore. And then I open the laptop and I hit the button and I turn it back on, and it still is doing something very strange. It doesn't do the black screen anymore. It's the same Microsoft login screen, but it has shrunken even more now. It's even farther in, and my mouse is even bigger. And I don't trust it, so I shut it off and I closed it and I put it in my closet, and that was like 5 years ago. So not really that long. It was like 4 years ago. Oh my God. Anyways, that was weird enough, and it made me feel weird enough. But then, like 6 months later, I actually don't know if this was related, but I'm assuming that it was because I don't know, I just feel it in my bones. Like 6 months later, I checked my bank account and I noticed something. I was like, that's really weird that Amazon Prime is coming out 3 times every month. Strange. So I call up Amazon, ring, ring, Amazon man, why are you charging me 3 times? We're not, they say. We don't do that. We haven't done that. Fuck. Someone's stealing my money. I call up the bank man. I say, bank, someone is stealing my money. And I feel like I might know who it is. That man in my computer. I don't say that part because that makes me sound a little cuckoo bananas. Anyways, it was fraud. They gave me like, my bank gave me like $200 or something. Because someone was stealing my money. And I feel like it was related. It could have not been, but I think it's safe to say that it was. Hi, welcome to the register. How are you today? Very bad. This is a terrible day. I'm doing not great, and I don't want to be here, and I have a return to make. You and me both. Do you have the receipt? No. Okay, I just need your ID then, please. You will not be getting my ID because that is an invasion of my privacy, so. Okay, yeah. No, I completely understand. Why are you laughing? What is so funny? What was funny about that? Just the thing you said about privacy was like really hilarious. But I get it. Is there anything else I can help you with? Why is that funny? I don't want to give you my ID because I don't want this mega corporation having my first and last name and my address. Like, there's no reason for them to have that much information about me. Now that was even funnier than the first joke you told. Ha 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 ha. Why are you laughing? I don't understand. I hate to break it to you, but this company does not need your identification in order to gather information about you. You gave them consent just by walking through the door. What are you talking about? I gave consent to nothing, and I gave you no information to be gathered. What could you possibly be gathering? So all of your privacy went out the motherfucking window the second you walked into this store. And that's because there's a poster on the side of the entrance that says, by entering the store, you are agreeing to being recorded by our CCTV systems. And you're agreeing to the policy associated with those systems. Now, some stores will be pretty outright and they'll list off the privacy policy right there on the side of the door, so you know exactly what you're agreeing to when you enter. But you know, if a company is really tricky, they might replace all of that text with a QR code because they know no one's going to scan it. Okay, I'm gonna go do that right now, actually. Please come back because I would love to see your reaction. What'd you find? Anything surprising? They create a profile on me when I walk in the store? Mm-hmm.
And they're able to infer things about my personality and my belief systems just by my activity in your store. So I understand how some of this is inferred, like especially physical, visual things, but how is a company able to deduce information about my sexual orientation and my sex life, which are two separate categories, my religious affiliation and my philosophical beliefs, which are two separate categories, and among a bunch of other like really weird things that I don't know why they would want to know any of those things?
Well, there's a whole section that it says what they use it for. They say it's to like fight crime, even though I know for a fact they really don't care that much about outside people stealing. They still do. Don't steal from mega corporations, because if you steal enough, they will come after you. Just seriously, trust me, they're terrifying. But they're more concerned with the employees. So most of the loss prevention, I feel, is dedicated just to watching the employees and making sure they don't steal things, which is like also weird, because like why would your employees want to steal things if they're getting paid enough, you know?
So wait, every time I walk in this store, my face is recognized via AI, and then more information about me based on my behavior in the store is added to a list of things that you guys are inferring about my personality. And then you're using that to do God knows what with. Well, at least it's not associated with my name or my address, which I'm not going to give you.
Yeah, imagine if they had your name. That would be so invasive. Terrible.
Well, you know, the more that I read this, the more that I feel that it really is that they're just collecting all this information about me in order to like market better to their clientele and like stop crime. So seems legit kind of to me, I guess.
You know what I wonder? If I was a rich person that like owned a company that had this much information about people and used facial recognition software in order to like give people a number instead of their name, I wonder if I could find another rich friend who owned something else that I could maybe like cross-reference my information with in order to like, I don't know, put names and addresses with all of the information I have. And again, this is just my thought in my brain, but thankfully corporations always tell the truth and do the right thing with the information they gather on us. So I'm sure we're all so safe. Don't you feel so safe?
No, and nothing I could buy at this fucking company is worth this weird ass shit that I'm reading. So I will make sure that I always check the side of the entrances on establishments when I walk in to see what information they're gathering about me and then act accordingly.
I'm so glad to hear that. I do the same thing. It's just good information to know, you know?
Yeah. I'm sorry, does this say thermal cameras?